Hi friends, welcome to Yoga with Sarah Trapani, and here's a great well-rounded practice for flexibility, mobility, strength, and a healthy range of motion in your joints, especially as you age. So I'm so grateful for your joining me, and let's get started. All you need is your mat. See you there. So we'll start today's practice on the back in constructive rest pose. Feet mat width distance apart, knees knock in to touch. Relax and soften the thigh bones down into the hip sockets, and you feel the lower back sacrum, that triangular space at the very base of your lower back, shaped like an arrowhead that points forward in between your feet. Feeling that area totally resting and dissolving into the floor. And take a moment for a quick body scan, checking in with how you feel today, and tuning into the natural flow of your breath in order to bring you more fully into the present moment. Bring your focus into the center of your palms, inviting warmth and awareness into the center of the hands. And then take the warmth of the hands and rest your hands on your belly, feeling the hands connecting there. When you inhale, expand your belly into the hands, feeling a little more curve through that lumbar spine, the lower back curve. When you exhale, emptying out, allowing the lower back to soften toward the floor, any amount more. And inhale, feel the belly expand up and out into the hands, feeling that diaphragm filling, and then exhale, slowly empty out. And at the end of the exhale, take a pause. And take your arms out into a cactus shape and start to slowly windshield wiper the knees from side to side, initiating the windshield wipers from the feet. So the chaining of that connection of the feet to the floor flows up into your knees, up into your hips, all the way up along the spine, right up through the crown of the head. And as you windshield wiper, consider your intention for practice today. What do you want to cultivate in this time on your mat? Let that help guide the effort you put in. And then hug your knees in. Give a gentle rock side to side. And we'll start with figure 4, right ankle on top of left thigh. Flex your right foot. And then slip that right hand right in between that triangular space in your legs. Hands are in the left knee crease or the front of the shin for figure 4. We're going to flex both feet to get active in that figure 4 reclined pigeon pose. Press the right inner knee away from your chin. And press your entire lower back sacrum, that triangular arrowhead of the sacrum, pointing away from your chin toward the front of your mat. And a little rocking side to side can sometimes subtly release that outer right hip. And then hug the legs a little closer in. Let's uncross into a full happy baby, elbows on insides of knees, hands reaching for the ankles or the outer blades of the feet, the soles of feet facing the sky. A long line flowing from crown to tail through the central channel of the body. The central channel, a space for energy to flow freely and be able to expand out into all the joints. Rocking gently, and then slowly release, bring your knees in, and we'll cross that left ankle on top of the right thigh. So if it's too intense, your right foot could just stay on the ground and you have the shape of figure 4 with your left ankle on top of the right thigh. Or go ahead and thread that needle and slip your hands in the right knee crease or in front of the shin. And flex the feet to make it active. And press that left inner knee away from your face, feeling the head of the left thigh bone wrap into the hip socket. Now notice if you're clenching up in your jaw, and soften and relax your lower jaw. The entire face is soft, the eyebrows, the forehead. A little rocking might feel good there. And then go ahead and uncross back to a full happy baby, reaching for the outside edges of the feet. Soles of feet face the sky. And then we're going to release the interlace of the hands right back behind your head and keep the happy baby legs. And so the soles of feet are facing the ceiling. Let's inhale, open our elbows, and then exhale, we're going to hug the elbows toward the shins and take that happy baby sit up. So inhale, open. Exhale, accessing those deep lower core muscles to bring the tailbone toward your face a little bit. And then inhale and exhale. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, hold, elbows to shins, shins to elbows. Try to connect them together, and then release your head back. Soles of feet together, knees splay open. Interlace the fingers, press the palms right away from the tops of the thighs. Let the tailbone fall toward the front of your mat. Deep inhale into your belly. Exhale, draw the knees in and bring the hands down through heart center. And then point your fingertips forward right between your knees. Start to draw your belly in, lift your head, and press the palms together in prayer hands, lifting right between your knees, root through your feet. And then release your head back and take your time to roll to the right hand side and make your way slowly up into a cross-legged seat. And I'll see you there. Find yourself in an upright cross-legged seat with either ankle crossed on top. Start to circulate the body around with your hands resting on your knees. And as you do that, you're going to think about this diamond in the pelvic floor. So I want you to think about the pubic bone, the tailbone, and the 2 sitting bones creating this kind of diamond shape. So as you lean back, it's that kind of back point of the diamond, and then over to the side, and then forward. And if you want to close your eyes and kind of picture that, as you rotate, we're looking for a nice balance where the pubic bone is moving toward the tailbone. Good. And then coming back to the place where the 2 sitting bones equally root, thinking of that diamond shape of the pubic bone, the 2 sitting bones, the tailbone. Good. And then go ahead and inhale the arms overhead. And exhale, lean back, squeeze your knees together, uncross, flex your feet. So we're finding that Ardha Navasana, lifting up through the chest. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, cross either ankle on top, roll over your knees, and we'll step right back into a downward facing dog. And pedal out your feet, lifting one heel at a time. Spreading the fingers wide and moving the pubic bone toward the tailbone. Breathing there. Kind of interesting to think about that diamond shape again. Being balanced. Feet are hip width distance. Knees open slightly over the second toes. And the head dangles down for a few breaths. So you find a quality of centering in your downward dog. So it feels as if it's a restful, easeful place to be in your effort. And let's wave into plank on your inhale. Elbows are right over your wrists. Keep a line from back of head to tail as you lower down slowly, chaturanga coming onto your belly. Take your feet flat, big toes touch. Drag your hands toward your hips for cobra, little back bend. Inhale. Exhale, lower your heart. Tuck your toes. Let's meet back in downward dog. Breathing there. Rooting through the index finger and thumb. Now stretch your right heel high for 3-legged dog. Stretch your right heel away from your left wrist. Inhale. Exhale. Tented finger on the right hand gives you some space to hoist that right foot through. Spin your left heel down. And cartwheel your arms up overhead and find Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. It's about heel to heel alignment. Wrapping that right knee open over the toes. Pressing through the outside edge of your left foot. Turn your right palm up, reverse your warrior, left hand to left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over on the inhale. Exhale, belly in. We're going to come to extended side angle with the right forearm on the thigh bone, palm facing up, or that right hand can slip to the inner ankle or a block. Left arm sweeps up alongside the ear. Draw your ribs in. Tuck your right sitting bone underneath the pelvis and spread the toes on both feet. Now we're going to move with the flow, taking this vinyasa, which is to link the poses with the breath. On your inhale, come back to reverse warrior, gazing up at the hand in the air. On your exhale, return to extended side angle. And another time, inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. And inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, it's cartwheeling the arms slowly. Release your hands to frame your front foot. Swing your back heel over the toes. Keep that left thigh lifting, turn to the right. Press through the ball of the right foot. Left hand can come a little wider than the shoulder and drift your right fingertips up and look up at the hand in the air. Engage your left gluteal. Inhale. Exhale, release your right hand down. Plant your palms, step all the way to downward dog. Breathing here. Now, if it's in your practice and you like to flow through a plank in a chaturanga, you could do that here. Coming into a little back bend cobra or an upward dog. Meeting in downward dog. It's also fine if you are staying in downward dog and being at peace there. Inhale, exhale, let it out. Calming your nerves. Now swing that left heel high for a three-legged dog or inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, lift your belly, step your left foot through. Left knee is over the heel. Spin your right heel down and cartwheel up into warrior two. Gazing over the left fingertips. Pelvis dropping down. Let's think of that diamond again. We'll reference that movement of the pubic bone toward the tailbone. The two sitting bones. The tailbones dangling down. So the femurs feel nice and secure in the hips. Now turn your left palm up, reverse your warrior. Right hand to right thigh, left arm stretches up and over for that lateral side bend. Gazing at the ceiling on the inhale. Exhale toward extended side angle, forearm to thigh bone, or the left hand on the inner ankle or a block. Right arm sweeps up overhead, and we are spiraling the right inner bicep right into the center of your ear canal. Root through both feet here. Move the lower ribs in toward the belly button. Now flowing with the breath on the inhale, back to reverse. And exhale, extended side angle. And inhale, back to reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. And one more time, back to reverse. On the inhale. Exhale, it's a slow cartwheel. Release your hands to frame that front foot. Swing the back heel over the toes. Plant your right hand. Sometimes if you heel that left foot open once or twice, then you have a little more room to turn. I like the right hand a little wider than the shoulder so that you have more room for the torso to rotate right rib toward left rib. Left hand can just be on the back, or you extend your left fingertips up. That right inner thigh is spiraling up into the body. Inhale. Exhale, release your left hand down. Take a big step back to downward dog. Finding that slow, steady breath in downward dog. Waving into a plank. Bring your knees down. Stand up on your knees. Stand up on your knees, knees about hip width distance apart. Interlace your fingers, press your palms forward and up toward the sky. Keep drawing your ribs in. And then lift up and over to the right. And back to center, up and over to the left. Back to center, look up, let the arms come down alongside the body. Take your hands onto your lower back, imaginary back pockets. So we're sliding the hands into the sacrum and the sacrum moving into the hands. And we're going to maintain that diamond of the pelvic floor, pubic bone toward tailbone, two sitting bones, lifting from the center of that space right up to the center of the chest. Gazing up on the inhale. Exhale, come on back to neutral. Cross your ankles, sit behind your heels, and extend your legs out straight. Take your heels a little wider apart and start to circulate your hands on your knee joints in either direction, offering some warmth and some nice soothing energy to your knees. We're going to sit up really tall through the crown. Then start to slide your hands toward your outer feet, gently pulling your belly in and spreading your chest right between your toes. And peek between your knees. And we'll inhale, and we'll exhale, go a little more into the fold. And slowly coming on up. Let's inch ourselves toward the front of the mat. Bring your feet on the ground, and let's take our hands so that the fingertips point right toward your heels. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together on the back. We're going to inhale, lift up. We're going to exhale, gently touch down. Inhale, lift up, strong legs. Exhale, gently touch. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slowly touch. And then let's go ahead and reach your arms forward, thumbs up. And then we're going to pull the belly in and come down onto the back. So we're arriving full circle here on the back again with the constructive rest pose. Feet mat width distance, knees knock in to touch. Hands resting on the belly. The fullness of the inhale, expanding the belly. And the exhale, emptying all the way out. Letting the shoulder blades melt into the floor. Remembering your intention for practice today. Take a few windshield wipers, wringing out through your lower back. And when your knees come back to center, take your feet mat width distance apart, hug your right knee in, give it a squeeze. And then release your right foot down. Hug your left knee in, give it a squeeze. And then cross your left leg over on top of the right leg so the thigh bones create a little bit of an X. Now take your arms out into a gentle cactus or a T. And then scooch the hips to the left a little bit. Bring your knees over and down to the right for that twist. If that's too much on your back, feel free to just stack your knees. You don't have to overdo. And then your gaze can be neutral, or you can gently look over your left hand. I'm going to keep my gaze neutral today. Or even slightly looking to the right. It's feeling good. With that top of the left thigh bone moving away from your face. When you exhale, you feel the belly hug in toward the spine. You take a brief twist. And then looking down at your knees, you're going to draw the knees back into center, uncross. Bring your feet on the ground and lay the tailbone down in alignment with the back of the head. And then hug your left knee in for a squeeze. Release the foot down. And hug your right knee in. And cross your right thigh over on top. And then arms out to a T or a cactus. Scooch the hips to the right and then bring the knees over and down to the left. And that right sitting bone's moving away from the bottom of the chin. You can spill the gaze right if that feels good on your neck, but don't overdo. So you always want to have a quality of ease in your effort. Inhale is an opportunity to fill the belly, the ribs, the chest with the space of the breath. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly hugging into the spine. When the belly hugs into the spine, we can look to the right and pull the knees back in, uncross, recenter the pelvis, and lay the arms down alongside the body. And then lift up your sacrum, give it a little tap, let it drop. 2 more times, lift up, tap, and up, and tap. Wag your knees in and out. Curl your knees in, 1 more squeeze. And then extend your feet up into waterfall, and we'll do a little shake. Shake is really cleansing. And hands on the outer thighs, little tap down the outer thighs from the outer knee to the hip. A little gentle. Good. And then slowly bring your feet down and extend your legs out. Find your restorative shavasana for today, letting the head roll side to side. And looking for a place you can rest with the nose in alignment with the belly button. And we'll explore that diamond in the pelvis again. Pubic bone, tailbone, 2 sitting bones. in your mind's eye. Thigh bones dropping down toward the earth. Where does it feel possible to relax a little more and let more light flow into any area that needs awareness? I read a quote recently, I don't really know where I saw this, but instead of letting go, we will work with letting be. Letting be, letting everything be as it is. And you can feel free to rest in a longer Shavasana today, if that's where you're feeling the most benefit. To stay a little longer, please feel free. Remember your intention and find a gratitude practice, anything you want to bring into your mind's eye, into your energy field you have to be grateful for. You can start to move your fingers and toes and eventually reach your arms up. Take a reset, like you're hitting the restart button, a nice lengthening reset. Inhale, and then exhale, gently drawing the knees in, giving a hug, letting be exactly what it is right now, complete and whole. And take your time to roll to either side that feels natural today before taking a brief pause, then slowly pressing up to sit, and I'll see you there. Here we are again in an upright seat. We're going to cross the non-habitual ankle on top just to balance out the hips. Find that quality, the base of the seat rooting down. And then rub your hands together. Take your right hand on your chest, left hand on your belly. I'm wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. Thanks for joining me, and hit that like, share, subscribe button, and even the super thanks button can help support my channel. And I'll see you next time. Keep it up.